All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Barbara Bush. I am so excited that you are here this morning. We are going to dive into the world of digital marketing. So I'm going to share my story just real quick with you, just to give you a background of where I was at, where I started, how I started, when I started. I'm a mom, a wife, a grandmother of two beautiful granddaughters who are my life. And I'm a retired hairstylist. And 2010, I started in network marketing. About 6 months into my journey with digital marketing, I was headed for divorce of 36 years. And I was losing my career of 32 years as a hairstylist due to a shoulder injury. And the two things that I knew how to do really good were a wife and mom and hair. And I was losing those two things all at the same time. But I had network marketing in my back pocket and I saw what others were doing. And that's when my mind shifted along with the leaders that I had, which were phenomenal and amazing. And I'm ever so grateful for them. But what shifted for me was the if she can, I can. And then as I started talking to people about this, and they're like, well, wait, I want to do that business. Then I thought, well, if she can, I can. If I can, you can, which is something that I haven't branded. I was going to, but it costs money to do that. And it's a long time to do it. So anyway, my point is when I started looking into the deeper dive into what network marketing could do for me, um, and going through a divorce, I decided that I was 51 years old at the time and I didn't want to punch time clock for someone. I had a brand new grandbaby and it was really important for me to be present. So I decided I was going to be a six-figure earner because coming from divorce and being that statistic, which isn't something that I ever thought that I would be divorced. Being that statistic was really like it pulled on my heartstrings. It's like I never intended for it to go this way, but here I am. But then another statistic was women who make a six-figure income do it as an entrepreneur. At the time was network marketing. So I thought that's my goal. In the next year, I want to make six figures. And I did. So 2013, I made $109,000. That was my first full year in network marketing. And what I loved about it was not only was I successful because of that, but I was helping other women become successful. And to think that I had the ability and the power to do that because it's all right here, right? I knew where I was, I knew what I needed to do to get out of the situation that I was in. And by the way, after 36 years of marriage, 32 years behind the chair as a hairstylist, I left that marriage with $7,000 in the bank. That was it. And so that's what lit the fire under my butt or the burning in my belly that this wasn't just I need to do something. This was, I have to do something. I have to make this work. I will stay up night and day and figure this out and do this. And I did, you guys, I did because I made the commitment to do it. So years later, then I joined another company. Um, I became extremely successful in that company and another six-figure earner there. And then I fell in love with network marketing. And here's why, is because I get to surround myself with other really amazing, powerful leaders and mentors. And that built me up and lifted me up when I didn't have the strength or the courage to do it myself. I didn't have this confidence. I didn't do this before network marketing. You would not have ever caught me doing a live, getting in front, like never. Like I was the shy girl, I was the wallflower. And even at my 45th class reunion that I had last Saturday, I still found myself sitting at a table because there's all these groups of girls that I would just kind of wander in and do stuff with, and then wander in and do stuff with. But I was kind of that loner. And so I'm sitting at my reunion and I'm just sitting back and it's like, here's this group over here that I would hang out with, and this group over here, and this group over here. And I'm just sitting back. I would go and talk to each of them, but I don't have a group. Like I don't have a lot of girlfriends. I just don't. I march to the beat of my own drum. I'm the different person. I have dyslexia. I'm left-handed. And I've never fit in. And it was a big, big issue for me when I was growing up. I was always the last one chosen to be on the field or to be in the game or whatever, which is why I became a bowler. I'm really good at bowling. We went to state in high school, but that's why I became a bowler because I could be myself. I could be left-handed and independent and do my own thing and have my own style. And so I say that because it's who you surround yourself with, right? The five people who you most surround yourself with are who you're going to be. So it's important that we know, do they love us, support us, trust us, like honor us, right? And if they don't, then we need to find that new group. And I found myself doing that often. So anyway, going into the network marketing, I found this circle of friends who gave me what I had been looking for, who made me feel like I finally fit in somewhere. And then I found that other people, other women were feeling the same way. They weren't feeling valued. They weren't feeling honored in their marriages and their relationships and their jobs and so forth. So giving the power to really connect with these women and start to build this empire that I started creating in 2010 that then brought me into what I call burnout mode. And it was really hard for me to admit that I went into burnout mode in network marketing, but I did. And one of the reasons why is because I felt like I was dragging people along to keep my rank, to make my pay that I was used to making, to live the lifestyle that I want to live. And the lifestyle for me isn't about living in a high-rise condo that I live in or driving a new vehicle, or it's not about that. Every single time that I would make my weekly pay or my monthly pay, I would relate that to and connect that to the other people's lives that I'm helping to change and possibly even save, and marriages. And so the same thing now getting into digital marketing. So 3 years ago, I got into real estate, which was great 3 years ago, and then hit the beginning of this year or actually the middle of last year, like just around fall when it starts, things started, or actually summer, I apologize, summer down in Florida, when things get really slow. I started to panic because it's like, if I don't have a transaction, I don't get paid. And I wanted to create a course. So I found this digital marketing course that was going to allow me to learn how to build a course and market that. And then I thought, well, if I can market that, I can market my real estate. And if I can market real estate, I can teach others how to market real estate. So it was kind of that twist, right? That trickle down effect. And so I got into it. I had to build my own funnels. I had to build my own email campaigns. I had to do everything myself. I sat for 6 to 8 hours a day for 5 days until I got everything done. I had my first sale on day 6, and I was excited about that. And then I had another sale on day 7, and then it kept coming in and coming in. And I think I was really successful in my first digital marketing business that I did. But then they switched platforms, and then they switched platforms again. And then here we are learning new funnels. And not only you can't like grab your funnel and move it over. You had to completely redo it. And then it got frustrating. And not only for me, but for the people that I was bringing in. And I felt responsible for that. It's like, I don't want this for people. I don't want them to be frustrated coming into a brand new business. And it's going to take you 6 days to get set up. And then you're profitable, right? Because it's 100% profit. And then it got a little scary for me because it's like, if I'm disconnected here, how am I going to make money? So I started buying these smaller MRR products that you can rebrand. So I rebranded them, put them in my store, was selling them for $12, $49. I'm thinking any kind of money coming in right now is a good thing. So I was having success with that. And then I met a girl who had a DFY, completely done for you, everything done for you. And it was an affiliate. So you got 70%, she got 30%. And I thought, you know what, that's great. I'll take it. I'll do it because it's completely done for you. I do not want to build another funnel. In the middle of June, I saw another girl, and this isn't a shiny object thing, you guys. I do my research. Like, I don't know you guys have seen where you have the promoter and the controller and the analyst. And so if you know, like, I'm a little bit of all of those. I'm not always a shiny object chaser, but I definitely do my research on this. But I'm not super analytical about it. Like, I don't go, I'm not one of those that sits back and researches forever and ever and ever. I watch what other people are doing. And again, I go back to that, if I can, or if she can, I can. And so I saw another girl posting about these $900 dings, and I'm like, a $900 ding opposed to a $249 ding, like, I can get behind that. And then they're completely different from each other. Like, I can still promote both of those, and they're completely different from each other. So I look at that and I'm like, oh, where has this been all my life? Because it's a DFY, a done for you. I don't have to build out the funnel. I was so excited. Right away when I saw that it was a DFY, I jumped in. I'm like, this is it. I'm doing it. It's 100% profit. Super excited about this. I get into it. It was a familiar platform for me. I spent 2.5 hours one day. I had to wait for something to connect. The next day I spent another 2 hours. I was in and I made my first sale within 45 minutes of being in. I say that to you not to impress you, but to impress upon you that when something is done for you and all you have to do is go on social media or do your ads, that's all you have to do, you guys. Because we are in the digital world, everybody goes to a point and click. So think of it this way. Digital marketing has been around forever. But the great thing about what has been created here for us is having the ability to build an email list. And I really never thought how important that email list was until about 5 years ago when I wanted to, well, it was actually 2019. So maybe that is 5 years ago. Oh my, where's the time gone? Anyway, so when I was going to create my own course, and by the way, I paid someone a lot of money to create a course for me, and then we're like literally like 48 hours from launching, and she got sick and she's moving and she ghosted me. And I mean, I'm talking thousands, multiple thousands of dollars. She had all my funnels done. She had my email campaigns done. And when she ghosted me and I called her out on it, she blocked me from everything. I couldn't even get into my own email list that I built, that I created. I couldn't get into any of it. And so anyway, emails are like, we always think that it's so antiquated, right? Because we have social media, we connect with people this way. Guys, if we don't have an email list, we don't have a business. And when you think about it, as a hairstylist, I always got everyone's name and phone number, and then I would write their formulas down, right? I didn't get emails. I didn't think to get emails. I didn't think to send out newsletters. I could have had thousands and thousands. I was a hairstylist for 32 years. I could have had thousands of emails to be able to send to these people. Whether you're interested or not, I still want to connect with you, right? And so email lists are so incredibly important because the digital world that we live in is all about point and click. So you see something that catches your eye. Let's use Shein, for example. Shein, you see something that catches your eye. And Shein, oops, 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so Shein started their campaign. You guys know Shein, right? The clothing that started in fashion. They started their email campaign, and within 2 years, they had an 842% growth. 842% growth in 2 years by collecting emails. And why did they do that? They had it set up in a funnel with an email campaign. So you go and see a cute pair of shoes, and you go and you click on the shoes and you get distracted. And then the next day you go, you get an email, something catch your eye, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I was going to buy those shoes. I'm going to go put them in my cart. So you go put them in your cart, you get distracted again. Next day, did you forget something? Excuse me. Did you forget something? Did you leave something behind? It's in your cart. They know that because it's cookies. It's called cookies. It's cookied to you. They know who you are and what you're looking for. Now you're going to go and purchase that, and now you're going to continually, like I'm a Temu shopper. This top is from Temu. My shorts are from Temu. I love Temu. I see Kimberly's hand going up. I love Temu. And I get stuff from Temu all the time. This this is something that you've looked at before and price went down. They always tell you when the price goes down or you've got a bonus or whatever. Their email campaigns, you guys capture they capture you, they get you excited. That's digital marketing. That's what it is. So no matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter if you're a real estate agent, a hairstylist, a school teacher, doesn't matter what you are, you need that email list. And so when you think about how are you going to capture the email list, right? Well, that's what we do. That's what digital growth community is. So digital growth community is a community of now 33,000 members in there. Here's what's beautiful about that. When I started June 13th, there were 24.6 thousand people in there. Now they only launched in April. So from April 1st until June 13th, 24,600. And from June 13th to today, 33,000. So if that's not a clue, you guys, I don't know what is. But here's the great thing about that community. We actually have 4 different programs. And everybody, no matter what program you start with, everybody goes into that program. And then from there is where you get separated out into what learning program you're going to do, right? There's 4 of them. So there's a 100, a 300, a 600, and a $900 program in there. So whichever one you come in with, that's the program that you then get put into in what's called Kajabi. None of this you have to pay for, by the way. So whatever course, whatever program, not course, whatever program you decide to choose and to purchase. So let's say you're going to do the $300 program. You pay $29 for your website. That gets you your funnels to that program, that gets you your emails to that program, and then that gets you into Kajabi to that program. Now, if you purchase the $300, you have access to the $300 and the $100 programs to sell, right? A 100% profit. And maybe that's what you decide to do to dip your toes in. Maybe $900. I mean, it's a lot of money, you guys. That's $100 shy of 1,000, right? When I did this, I thought, do I want to start with the smaller one and just kind of dip my toes in and how to learn how to do this? Or do I want that $900 ding that they're talking about? Because that's exciting to me, right? No matter what, whether it's the 1, 3, 6, or 9, you're going to learn. There are different programs, but you're going to learn how to do digital marketing. You're going to learn how to brand yourself. You're going to learn how to do your social media, right? You're going to learn how to do that no matter what program you're in. But no matter which one you come in with, those are the dings you get. And when they talk about the dings, it's like, it might not even, like mine doesn't actually do a ding, right? I get a notification, but I don't get an actual ding. But I love that they've branded that ding to us because that's different. That sets us apart from the others. What else sets us apart from the others is that this is a program in the e-learning world. And here's what e-learning is all about. You guys, this is fascinating. When I saw these numbers, I thought, wow. Now, in 2020, we had a pandemic called COVID. And what happened? Everything shut down, including our schools, whether it's an elementary school, all the way up to a college, didn't matter what it was. It was shut down. And they had to vastly figure out, how are we going to teach these children now from home? How are we going to do this? So that's when these e-learning platforms really started to come in, Kajabi and all these other ones that have the ability, including School, SKOOL, which is the community that we're in. We have not only our community in there, but we have a classroom in there. And in that classroom are platforms Like you can go into like a different class, right? In the classroom, there's different classes in there. And when you click on them, there's modules. And in the modules, there's lessons. And it's like, this is brilliant. Who thought of this? So because we have the ability now in the e-learning industry that in 2019 was a $950 million industry. Now today, well, then to 2023 became a $1 billion a day industry. Why? Because of COVID. So if there's something good that came out of COVID, that's what it is. That catapulted our digital marketing businesses. So the average projected $3 billion a day by 2027. You guys, that's only 2.5 years away to be a $3 billion a day industry. That's money in your pocket. That's money in your girlfriend's pocket. That's money in other boss babes' pockets that are trying to make their brick and mortar business run and stay active. If when you walk into a store, like say you walk into a boutique and you go to check out, if they're not asking you for their email address, you guys, you need to teach them how to do digital marketing. This is an aha moment for you. Go into your local boutique. And as you walk out, if they're not asking you for an email address, guys, that's a way to market your business. Hey, have you ever thought about email marketing? Have you ever thought about staying connected? Like when you have a sale or you have a promotion coming up, have you ever thought about a way to connect? Like you should, I can teach you how to get people's email addresses, put them into a funnel that sends the emails out automatically. When I walk out that store and I get a thank you for a purchase because it automatically goes in that funnel. I get a thank you for a purchase. I walked out the door, I'm sitting in my car, and I get a ding and it says, thank you for your purchase at XYZ boutique. Like, wow, that's amazing. They care about me, right? It gives you that feel of she cares about me. And then the next day, maybe it's going to say something like, I hope you loved your experience. Give us a review on Google, right? Or share with your friends for 10% off, whatever that is. You guys, you get the emails all the time, right? But if you're going somewhere, they're not using it, you're not getting an email from them after, that's a huge business for you, right? That's a great way for you to sell your $900 product to them. So creating products, so there's three, sharing a little kickback there. So there's three different people who are going to come in and do this. There's going to be the creator. That's what I was when I first started digital marketing a year ago, actually. At the end of this month will be a year that I started digital marketing. You're going to have that person that wants to create their own products or programs, right? Or courses. And that's what I came in for. That's what I wanted to do. I was going to create my own course and program that people were going to come in and bye Stacy's got to jump off. Bye, sweetheart. And so that's where I started. Sorry about that. I wanted to get my own course. And so, but then when I got into it, I thought, maybe I don't want to do that because I think there's so many others that really could benefit from this, right? So that was me. Plus, it was going to take a while to set up before I would even become like able to create an income from this. So, and then there's this second person. There's the affiliate marketer, right? The network marketer that wants to come in and do this. You work really, really hard as an affiliate marketer and a network marketer. So in network marketing or MLM, if you will, you're getting about 25% of what you're bringing in because you're paid on volume. Now you're paid on everyone's volume that comes up to you, but nonetheless, right? You have to teach those others how to do what you're doing to become profitable. And then there's the freedom machine, and that's what we have here. And that's what I absolutely love. And I'm sad that Stacy jumped off because I was just going to bring her in to share her experience that she's had. But the freedom machine, you guys, time is our most precious commodity. That's what this gives us. The freedom is time, because we're setting you up for success with the 2-hour workday. Now, I've gotten a couple of messages going, are you really only working 2 hours a day? You guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It took me about 10 days to get my 2 hour day set up. But yes, I am working 2 hours a day in the beginning of my day. That doesn't mean that I'm done working and I go and have my 100% freedom. No, what I have is my automation is set up for me. And then I love on that all day long. Like when I do my post in the morning on social media, I love on that post all day long. That keeps the algorithms going in. That's everything that we're taught in this program. The 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 DFY part of it to me was so intriguing because to have the funnels done for you and the email campaigns, up to 13 of them, and then you get to go in and create. This is what I love. I've created some additional emails that that's what I'm spending my day on today. I have created, and ChatGPT and Canva are my favorites. I love ChatGPT. Her name is Phoebe. I named her. We have a personal connection. She's amazing to me. She gets me. She knows me, right? And I have it set up that way. I answered the questions in there so that she knows who I am, what I'm all about, what my lifestyle is, and how I want her to respond. And so I've got some awesome emails that we're creating that I'm going to continue. So you get up to 13. Now I'm doing 14 and beyond. And I think I've got 30 of them now. So that's the exciting part of the creating side of things. They say that these AIs and ChatGPTs and so forth are making us dumb. No, that's actually made me more creative because now I'll write something and I'll say, hey, Phoebe, can you help me with this? I just need you to put some finishing touches on it, do some bullet points and throw in some emojis. And she does exactly she doesn't even have to change hardly anything in there anymore. And that makes me feel proud. It's like I've learned so much from her, even though she's a robot. Doesn't matter. But the 2 hour a day is a real thing. It honestly is. And then the dings that you get, again, whether it's the 100, 300, 600, $900 ding, it doesn't matter. It makes you happy. I remember when I got my $100 ding, I'm like, yes, yes, who do I get to help? It doesn't matter which one they're coming in with. Who do I get to help? That's exciting to me. As a leader and a mentor and a coach and a trainer and a teacher, I love to help people. That's where I want to bring you to, is that same level of leadership is when you get excited. I get excited about the dings, not only of what's going in. I don't think of what's going in my bank account first. I think of who do I get to help? Whose life did I just change? And then the building the brand part, I love the brand building and I love helping with this. The brand building I think is so important. When I was in network marketing, the name of my business was called Rock Your Age. And yes, I was with a health and wellness company. I still am, but I was with a health and wellness company, but I wasn't them. I was me. I was Barbara Bush, First Lady of Fitness and Nutrition. Now I'm Barbara Bush, First Lady of Digital Marketing, right? Brand yourself. I own BossBabe Hub. When you join in any of these programs, you get to come into the BossBabe Hub Club. It's a club of us boss babes in there, and dudes. If dudes come in, we're cool with that. Like we don't talk about like girl and guy things in there. That's not a big deal. And then the copy and paste of the ads. You guys, this is so brilliant how Michelle has set this up. She has it a 2 hour workday with copy and paste ads. These are in classified ads that are free for you to post. You don't have to run social media ads. You don't have to pay for sponsored ads on Facebook, right? You don't have to do that. You get access to these free classified ad sites for you to promote your business. It's just one more way for you to get those dings, and the dings are really exciting. So what does all of this mean? We have a blueprint that we have set up. In that blueprint teaches you how to join in and then build your your digital marketing business. That blueprint is gold. That blueprint was created for us to have that landing page that captures that email address that then goes into your funnel that starts that email campaign that's already set up for you. And there's your business starting 2 hours a day. You work your social media, You do your lives. Can you do this faceless? Absolutely 100%. We teach you how to do that in there, right? So it doesn't matter if you're talking about real estate. Now, if you're a real estate agent, which I am, I can't imagine a real estate agent doing this faceless. Like, you can't. You just can't. You have to show your face. You're taking people's money and you're either selling or buying a house with them, right? You have to show your face. Faceless is good for maybe you're just dipping your toes in or you want to see what this looks like doing faceless. We teach you how to do all of that. And then again, the 4 income streams, the 100, 300, 600, 900. Now, the $900 program, Legacy Builders, allows you to sell all of the others. If you come in with the 300, you can sell the 300 and the 100. If you come in with the 600, you can do the 600, the 300, the 100. If you come in with the 900, you get access to all 4 of them to sell, which is amazing because you don't know when you're speaking to your audience and your customers, you don't know where someone's at financially. If $100 is all they have to dip their toes in and learn how to do this, then that's okay. You have 30 days to upgrade. So if you come in with $100 and you get into this community and you see all these $900 dings and you're like, okay, I get it. This is cool. I like it. I'm going to put the extra $800 in and I'm going to learn the Legacy Builders. The Legacy Builders is so amazing how she has it set up. It's phenomenal. And the training in there, you guys, again, you get the digital growth community of 33,000. You get BossBabe Hub Club, which I think there's 46 of us in there now, which is really exciting because that means that you girls are adding people in and that's changing lives. So you also get a Canva crash course. Like we have something awesome for August here. You get a Canva crash course. You get the 1 million in 17 months. This is Michelle's program that she has created for us that teaches how she made $1 million in 17 months creating this own course, her own course. So if I would love, I know I've got a couple leaders on here. I would love it if any of you want to share your testimony. You don't have to, like even just a 1 minute, what made you decide to get into digital marketing, what excited you about it. If any of you want to, if not, it's okay. I don't want to put you on the spot. And then I want to open it up for some Q&A. So all you have to do is either raise your hand and unmute yourself and introduce yourself and share a little bit of your story. And if I get silence, I'll just move on to the Q&A. Kimberly, good morning. This is our Abu Dhabi girl. Hi, good morning. Well, good afternoon for you, evening for you.
So, my name is Kimberly, and I am originally from Central Texas. I live all the way on the other side of the world in Abu Dhabi. And I actually met Barbara in her little escapade with the school app the first time. I attended one of her meetings that she was putting on in the school meeting, and I connected with her, but I didn't even have my camera on. Like my camera wasn't working at the time. And she was like, but I can't see you. And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, but fast forward, like I followed her. I followed her on social media that day, right? And then from there, the next Monday, I went looking for her. She wasn't there. And I was like, what? She's making this. If she can do it, I can do it. I had that mentality. So then I went through and connected with her on social media and said, hey, where did you go? And she said, oh my gosh, you've got to know this one. Come with me and watch. And I was like, what? And so she goes, go to my website. And I was like, okay, fine. So I went into her website and I was like, oh, I want to do this. And she said, let's go do it. I was like, okay, fine. So I signed up, and it has been a challenge, especially being on the other side of the world, just because not everything is connected over here the way it's so streamlined in the US. But that's okay. That's just hiccups, learning curves. Let's see, from there, I have been doing school every day. I have mastered my 2-hour workday. But I do it in the way of, I do an hour in the morning of copy and pasting on my ads, and then 15 minutes somewhere around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I baby my post from 2 o'clock for the rest of the day. Between that is also videos, because our fearless leader likes to put out videos every single day to help me get some more money in. Bless her heart. And let's see, I was in the middle of doing one of my videos, and I can tell you, over here on the other side of the world, I don't have to mute my phone because nobody texts me, right? Because everybody's asleep. But I got a ding in the middle of me. And I was like, what? Even the warranty guy doesn't even message me anymore to check to see if I need warranty on my old vehicle that I don't have for 40 years now, but whatever. So I went through and I was like, what is this? What? Oh, I got a sale. I got a sale. And
That's so exciting.
I didn't do anything. I was posting. That's all. That's all I did. I
But-
was following what she said to do.
And here's something that Kimberly and I had to work really hard on is the posting and what she's talking about. Like her 2-hour workday is a little different than ours, because her being in Abu Dhabi on the other side of the world, most all of her followers are in the central time zone. So if you are like, I post between 6:30 and 7 a.m. every morning. Consistency is the thing, right? Consistency. And it's not only consistency of how many times a day you're posting, it's consistency of the time of day that you're posting. And I do
Yes.
Facebook mostly. I'm going to learn a little bit more now on YouTube, or on, I mean, I have my YouTube, which is another thing that we're taught. But the thing that Kimberly and I, excuse me, had to go through is her rather than her posting at her 6:30 in the morning, that's now a 2:30 in the afternoon, or a 1:30 in the
Yes.
afternoon
Right.
for her audience, right? You have to know your audience. So when Kimberly and I started working on that, it's like, I think you need to, because we get up in the morning and we're like, we're excited, we need to do this, we need to roll, we got to go. She can create that post and be all ready to go in those 2 hours of her morning. Her post is ready. All she has to do is hit send now. Post at 2:30, 2 o'clock, whatever it is, that's going to hit her audience in the central time zone. And that was a shift for her, because she's like, I don't know if I can do, like, I like my morning stuff. It's like, still create it, still get it done and get it ready. And then at that time. So, and that's worked really well for her. And again, it's a lifestyle that we're creating here, you guys. We have to understand where our audience is, what they're doing. Like, I'm from Minnesota originally, so most of my audience is central time zone as well. But I still do it at 6:30, because guess what? When they wake up in the morning and they open up their phone, the first thing they're going to see, well, I'm hoping one of the first things they see is me and one of my posts. So Kimberly had to just like go around that a little bit, but I'm so proud of you for overcoming that obstacle and figuring out what do I have to do to connect to my audience. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right. And congratulations on your ding. Yay. All right. Anyone else?
I'll go.
All
Barbara.
right, Barbara, good morning.
Good morning. It's very early here.
It is. Barbara is in Las Vegas.
Yep. So I guess my story is that I started about a year ago with Legendary Marketing, and I just didn't get it, I guess. So I kind of gave up on that, and then I started the program that Barbara started in Lipo Max, and that's how I met Barbara. And I got on her mentoring calls on Monday mornings. They used to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I got on every single one of them.
She
And
hasn't
I
missed
just
one
knew,
yet since
I just
October.
knew that I had to trust her because she was so helpful and she kept me and my head in the game. So then when she was promoting the first DFY, I said, well, if Barbara wants to sell me an elephant, I'm going to buy the dang elephant. It don't matter. so So then I bought that one, went through it, and I'm still promoting that one. And then this one came up, and I'm like, okay, here we go. So now I have two streams of income that I'm, getting ready to make a ton of money on. So I'm very grateful to Barbara for, I mean, I feel like she's my friend, and I haven't even met her. We live on
Aw,
step sides of the country, but
that's
she's helped me a lot. So
Hey,
this
Barbara,
is
can
great.
you share, you shared, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You shared your goal the other day with us in our group. Can you share that with us, please?
Um,
About retiring.
so yeah, I would need to retire my husband so he can um retire early. We're see, I'm 60, I'm gonna be 62 and he's gonna be 63. And so I just want to, like, within the next year say, okay, you can retire now. And then we can go travel like we wanted to do, buy the big motor home and all that good stuff. So um on the on the call the other day when we had the breakout rooms, um I said I'm gonna make 10K in August. It's not I want to, I will make 10K. So my mindset is just I'm not going to say I want or I need. I'm going to do it. So that's really changed me in the last week.
I love
That I don't
that.
even yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. The call that she's talking about is we do a weekly call, a mentorship call with Michelle, our fearless leader. Um, I love your goal of 10K, and is it possible? Absolutely. When I started doing this, I did a mentoring call with Jenna. I was 11 days in, and I did a mentoring call with her. I had my first sale that day, and it was Barbara, actually. And then or no, my second sale was Barbara. And then from there, it just like kept rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. And the month of July was $12,700, you guys. Again, if I can do this, you can do this. It is a proven program that works in the e-learning industry, which, excuse me, which everyone's doing. It's everything is digital, right? And so connecting with those who you don't know where someone is sitting, you don't know where someone's at in their life, you don't know what their financial situation is, you just don't know, right? So connecting with these people is uber important, and that's what Barbara is doing. The mindset, right? We have Laura St. John, who I know from Isogenics. I've known her for 15 years. She's amazing. She's a mindset coach. And so we have all of her trainings, and she does a once a month for us live. And she has a 6-week program that you can follow. And like, it's amazing the abilities that then the opportunities that we have inside this program. It's not just learn how to sell a digital marketing course. You're not buying a course to sell a course, right? Even just $900 alone, just to learn what you've learned and take that knowledge into your life and never sell a course and never have one sale, doesn't matter. You can't get this kind of education for $900 anywhere else. You just can't. The 90-day game plan that we're in right now, I think we're on day 25. Mind blowing, like mind blowing. And they're quick, 5, 7, 10 minute videos that we get every single day. It teaches us how to go into ChatGPT and do some prompts and get 30 days of content within 5 minutes, or 7 days of lives. Like, what are you going to say on your live? I need to do a quick 1 minute live for the next 7 days. Here's what I want to talk about in the next 7 days. Can you write out a script for me? Done. It's done. It teaches you how to do all of that. So thank you for sharing, Barbara. I love your goal when you put that in there, that your goal is to retire your husband. You guys, even though I retired from being a hairstylist 14 years ago, I never stopped working. I don't see myself ever not working and not doing this. My husband and I just got off the road of 16 days. We just got back yesterday. We were gone for 16 days. I worked this business. Every morning I got up, and for 2 hours, I worked my business, and it's automated. And I went and worked out. I went to the pool. I went to my hometown in Duluth, Minnesota, and we spent 5 days there, which wasn't even our plan to do. We had plans of stopping at this friend, this friend, this friend. Everybody was busy. It's like, just forget it. We're just going to get up there and we're going to go. We went hiking and biking and did all kinds of stuff. And you guys, I still had an incredibly successful business while I was on the road. In Phoebe, or no, yeah, in not Phoebe, that's my ChatGPT. Hazel is my sourdough. She's on the counter. I just fed her last night. Thelma is my RV. And we had a blast. You guys, I was talking the other day, it doesn't matter if you're 25 years old or 65 years old. You have got to plan for retirement now, today. It starts today. Kimberly.
I forgot to tell you. So I had made the statement to you that if you were your RV was gonna be Thelma, I was gonna call mine Louise. My husband changed that.
Oh,
He said, if she is Barbara Bush, he said, you need to name yours Laura.
cute, because the twins. That's cute. Because you're from Texas. I love it. Love it. Okay, so that being said, get back to whoever shared this this Zoom with you, and let them know that you're in. Guys, again, $100, $300, $600, $900 gets you into the program. Maybe you're just going to do the $300 and dip your toes, right? I'm going to dip my toes. I'm going to see what this is all about. You still, no matter which one you come in with, you are still getting into that 33,000 person community. There's men and women in there. There's testimonies like crazy in there. People having wins all the time, like all day long. Just the testimonies alone in there are so incredible. Kimberly, I can do this coffee talk every single Saturday morning. I would love to do that. I would love to see 30, 60, 100 people on here every single Saturday morning.
Excuse me, coffee talk is mine.
Yeah, I've been doing coffee talk for about 15 years, but we did talk about that. And Kimberly does coffee talk as well. So yes, we could do that. Show up with your coffee. And I was going to say, show up with your coffee, or, I mean, it's Saturday morning. Maybe you're having a mimosa or a Bloody Mary. I don't care, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Get here so we can teach. Once a week, we also do a webinar. I have the recording for that I'm going to send out in a newsletter this morning as well. So get back to the person who invited you to this webinar this morning. Thank you for joining us. I know it was last minute. I got in town and I thought, I've got to connect. I have to connect. I've got to do this. So I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your Saturday morning. Have an incredibly blessed day, and we'll see you next time. Oh, I don't know how to end that. There we go.